has oil leaks, it has a coolant leak,
Yeah.
it has a transmission leak. So what's going on with it?
We need to go back for further diagnosis on.
How much?
Do I get to do a stare ominously into the camera?
I suppose, yeah.
Because this might be my bill.
Okay, but you're taking it, right? You're still taking it?
Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube. And 2 weeks ago, I was a total idiot and announced the sale of my Bugatti Veyron and Ferrari 599. But that may have been a bit premature because the sale depended on a decent inspection at the Bugatti dealer with my car. And since there's no Bugatti dealer anywhere near Kansas, it was shipped to the buyer, the cultivated collector, Matt Ivanhoe, and he had it inspected there. But I wasn't worried because there were no warning lights, there were no leaks on the ground. It drove great. He wasn't expecting perfection, but a good running, driving car. So he calls me up about a week after I make the video saying he's bought the car and says, hey, the Bugatti dealer finally inspected it and it's leaking oil, it's leaking coolant, and it's leaking somewhere from the transmission. And they need to tear apart the car and inspect deeper and further, which in the Bugatti world, it could be very, very, very expensive to pull the engine out and do some things. If it's a major leak, it's, 6 figures, the prospect. So, anyway, I was flying out there anyway to see his collection. He has some hoopties that I'm sort of interested in possibly purchasing, but also some amazing, amazing cars. And he has 3 Veyrons himself in inventory. It might be the first person to have 3 Veyrons since like Floyd Mayweather back over 10 years ago. So pretty impressive. But now it's going to be sort of an anxious meeting because we'll await the final verdict on this deal and, hopefully it's minor stuff and it all goes through. So we're going to fly out to Connecticut today, later, but first we're going to head up to the Car Wizards and check out some cars, and hopefully he has more good news and not bad news when it comes to the projects up there. Yeah, I know. I really am an idiot. So when I turned 39 recently, I set a goal to get into the best shape of my life before turning 40. Unfortunately, my body sort of had other plans. 4 times in the last 6 weeks, I've been doing something completely random, like reaching for a key or like twisted to grab my phone, and it triggered back spasms so violent I'm left bedridden, and each time it happens, I feel like I aged 20 years in an instant. It's been a sharp reminder for me that your body isn't always cooperating with your timeline, and the goals you set don't always align with what life throws at you. This year was supposed to be about improvement. Instead, it's going to be about recovery, gaining back what I've lost instead of building something new. And here's the thing that really gets me. I know I have plenty to be thankful for, and I know it could be much, much worse, but I still can't shake this feeling that I'm somehow failing. That gap between where I thought I'd be at 39 and where I actually am means I've done something wrong. The internal critic in my head just gets really loud when my body betrays my plans, when life doesn't match the timeline that you had mapped out. Now, if you're feeling like you've somehow fallen behind in something, a therapist can help you process that gap between expectation and reality, between where you thought you'd be and where you actually are. Sometimes it's hard to share what's going on in your life, even with close friends. They don't always know how to help when you're dealing with something this specific. A therapist will listen, ask questions, and help you see things from new perspectives. They can give you advice and techniques to make positive changes in your life. BetterHelp is the sponsor of this video, and they make starting therapy easier. Just fill out a questionnaire and match with a therapist as soon as possible. If it's not the right fit, you can easily switch for a therapist at any time at no extra cost. And with over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform you can trust. Click the link below and go to betterhelp.com/HooviesGarage and get 10% off your first month of therapy.
Weezer! Yeah, she's back. I see you already had the thing.
Yep, I had my thing. It's ready to go. I knew you'd be back, man. And you know what? There's going to be a 3rd time and a 4th time and a 5th time. I told you not to buy one of those.
As much as I hate validating your opinions, I mean, you're right, of course. It's going to be more stuff. I don't know if these are that much worse than what you say, but yeah, the check engine light is back, so I'm curious what that is. And I heard there's some hoopties I can bring home, right?
Yep. There's a Maybach for you to take home, and that's ready to go too.
Whoa, the Packard?
Yep.
What do we got?
Coolant thermostat below regulating temperature, which means it's stuck open.
Huh. Well, the temperature seems like right in the middle and okay.
Well, the way that code works is that it should warm up by a certain amount of time, and it's not.
I see. So how hard is the reach on these Hemis?
Oh, I don't think it's too bad. Let's take a look.
Because you talked about them stuffing a Hemi where it don't belong in these Commanders, right?
Right.
So it's very tight. But
follow this hose around. It's right down in there. Kind of hard to see. It's underneath this, but it's not too bad.
easy peasy?
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Okay. Well, that's good news. The other good news is, since you changed the fluid on the transfer case, it has not come back with that code for the worn clutches.
Good.
As far as the friction modifier and everything else, definitely did the trick. So
Awesome.
I guess I'll leave that be for the little fix. Might as well get the check engine light off. But yeah, what can I bring home? The Packard. Well, this thing's been quite a journey since my stupidity with the wires as far as crossing them, huh? But the generator's still going.
Luckily, it was still good. It didn't have any issues that need to be rebuilt. It still put out 8-9 volts if we just spun it on like a bench or whatever, did bench test. So we knew it was good. You can't find the voltage regulator anymore. That's gone.
Yeah, so it's under here.
We got a universal one.
Where's that at?
That little square box right
Oh, it's black. It all looks pretty stock under there, huh?
So
Okay.
if that ever goes out again, we can get one of those.
Okay. Well, the only remaining issue is the clutch. And the wizard is a bit scared of it, huh?
I'm going to close the door in case it goes
Okay.
flying.
Well, I'm going to keep it out of gear, so
Yeah.
let's see. Ignition, bump start,
Started right out.
runs beautifully. But the clutch is still sticking.
Yeah.
I have the pedal down, I can't put it into gear. And then when I turn the car off and try to start it with the clutch in and in gear, I am rolling forward. So,
The clutch disc is sticking to the flywheel.
what do we do?
I would not be interested in taking that apart. We did take a look in there, and there's so many parts that if anything goes wrong, they're unobtainium. I don't even know if we could get more parts for it. So,
It is what it is. Maybe there's somebody that'll dive on that grenade that knows the clutches. They can reanimate some corpse or something. With a
Maybe.
mechanic from 100 years ago.
this is not really our wheelhouse. These old of cars, so
Right.
I wouldn't want to dive into that. I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Okay. Well, the Bentley you don't like either, but you're working on it to work through my in-store credit. But
Yes.
that's just waiting on parts, right?
Yep, we have a brake booster ordered and just a few service valves for the AC, and that's all it'll take, and an oil change. And the problem will be solved.
Very good. And I like this big hoss here, 3/4 ton Yukon.
Mm-hmm.
That's some hoopty there. And a Civic too.
And FI.
Whoa. Very nice. And of course this Mach 1 that has the Shelby wheels, I was drooling over it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting some cool stuff in.
Yep.
But the Maybach is really the only one that's good to go. And it turned out to be the upper control arms, which I was relieved because they were gettable and affordable through Mercedes, but it was a bit of a job to do.
Yeah, open the hood. I'll show you.
The lower control arms and everything really beefy, really overbuilt, but those upper control arms, that silver part there, is just kind of puny.
Yep, so the bolt is right there. You can see it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like this long. And when you pull it out, it hits the intercooler pipes.
Oh, for the
You can't get the bolt
V12
out.
twin turbo.
Yeah, so we had to remove the intercoolers for each side to be able to get the bolt out.
Bummer. So that's going to be a decent bill.
Yeah, a few hours per side. It was a lot more complicated than we thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, I'm still happy because whatever your bill is, I saved the $20,000 because
Yeah.
these were still under warranty.
Shiny new ones.
So the latest versions replaced. This car is good as far as its braking system for pretty much ever, for probably the rest of my life.
Probably.
So nice in that sense, and yeah, I look forward to driving it to see how she feels because it's been messed up for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
But you have some bills?
I do. I have 3.
Whoa! Well, look what's arrived. All right.
Yeah.
Very.
You want to pull on that? See if it's if it's not broken.
I don't mean to insult you, but it doesn't look like anything special. But that's a Bentley part, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's special to me.
Anyway, glad that showed up.
Yes, all the way from England.
Why does everything look phallic to us?
I don't know.
Like we have not evolved. We're just 12-year-olds, aren't we?
I think they're more like 10-year-olds or something.
Seems like it's a problem.
Once again, that Audi R8 has really saved my butt. Are you enjoying it though?
I am enjoying it immensely, yes.
Okay, good. Well, we're still working our way through it. So with the Packard, $550 to go through and do all the generator stuff. Ouch. Total $1,100. And the key maker. Oh yeah, so I can get into the trunk. That's very nice.
Yep.
Yes. Very good. And the Maybach 62, $797. I provided the parts on that one, so it's another it was another $2,000 for the parts.
Yep.
But that's just the labor and the oil change, which it needed. It was overdue for that. So nice to have that back in good nick. And then the third one is, oh yeah, my building rent. Okay, yes. To have my dealership here, I do pay a little rent for the desk space and all that stuff to have a sign out there to have my dealer's license. So that's $6,000 charged me for it.
For a whole year, though.
A landlord, yes. Well, you want to try and bust a Packard loose?
Let's try it.
Okay. So now it just kind of roll started itself. But we got to try and unstick it. And the way I did it last time was put the clutch in and slam on the brakes. See if it works. Come on. There you go, it's unstuck. Okay. Anyway, it works, but when it sits, it sticks. It might be a little bit better with Wizard's Lube, but it's still definitely sticking. I mean, the car's drivable, but it is pretty annoying. Come on, now shift. Yeah, okay. Not bad. He pushed out the Packard and pulled out the Maybach for me. That's service.
Yep, there's your key. It's
Yeah.
ready to rock.
Yeah, I think it's better. I think it's drivable at this point, but it's not perfect. It'll
Yeah.
never be perfect. So, and speaking of not perfect, I'm going to Connecticut to see my Bugatti. The guy that bought it said he would buy it if it wasn't a total basket case.
Oh,
And
it's
he
a basket case, huh?
Well, he took it right to the Bugatti dealer to get it inspected, and that was like the condition to seal the deal. And he says it has an oil leak and a coolant leak and a transmission leak.
Nice.
So I was gonna go visit him anyway, and now I guess we gotta talk. All right, moment of truth. I'm distracted a little bit by this Brabus wagon, which you could not get in the U.S., but Ivanhoe, he's in here. The cultivated collector is
Just shotgunning some fuel.
very thirsty.
Yeah, very thirsty.
Is that what you do when you get a bad car in? You just chug a little gasoline to drown your sorrows there?
Yeah, it makes all the pain go away. It makes all the pain go away.
Okay, well,
But only 98 unleaded.
got it. Okay, no race fuel. 110 octane.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really
too-
bad
too-
for
That's
you.
too spicy. That's just too spicy.
You and the car wars can trade notes on that one.
There you
so,
go.
We'll have a full video with Matt where he takes me through his entire collection offerings for sale. Obviously, well, the deal's going through on this Veyron, but I have some money to spend, obviously, but there were some issues. So it's here. It's cleaned up, I see. So you didn't get my little note on the back, huh?
We thought that even though it does have incredible celebrity provenance, we thought that that maybe just a little bit of cleaning was in order. But I did appreciate your love note. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, you told me it had...
I documented it for posterity.
I see that. Yeah, it has oil leaks. It has a coolant leak.
Yeah.
It has a transmission leak. So what's going on with it?
So, we found that that it might like to mark its territory a little bit more than otherwise expected.
There was no warning lights, and there's nothing dripping on the floor, so it must have been all the drip pan or
Well, I was going to say, of course, because this being a Bugatti Veyron, being the one-time fastest car in the world, the entire undercarriage of the car is sealed. So
it's like a pool of...
Exactly.
Everything.
Yes. It's. Remember those videos in the '80s that had jacuzzis in the back of their cars that somehow managed to not splash all over the place? This could be like that.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. It was just at Bugatti service like
Not even a year ago, they went through, they inspected it. You knew about the axle leak, so I assume they saw that and it was still there.
Yeah,
But-
axle leaks there. Look, despite all the windup, the good thing is, like most mechanical things, it can be fixed.
Right.
It can be fixed, and it can and shall be.
So it was like one of the 12 radiators leaking, or?
Yeah. So a couple of the end couplers on the radiators are leaking. Not the end of the world, but something that definitely needs to be looked into. On the dry sump tank and a couple of other oil leaks, I'd actually have to go pull out our handy dandy PPI, and a leak on the transmission that we need to go back for further diagnosis on.
How much?
Do I get to do a stare ominously into the camera?
I suppose, yeah.
Because this might be my bill.
Okay, but you're taking it, right? You're still taking it? You weren't
I'm
expecting
taking
perfection. It was
No.
cheaper than market, obviously.
Well,
So
here's what I'll say. Look, this actually fundamentally is a very good one. It's a fundamentally good car. I love the spec. It is just so quintessentially Bugatti. I mean, people who see the inventory and the type of stuff that I love know that I love the original Bugattis as much as I love these. So the heritage spec on this car just works so nicely. It's a good car. It just like any 20-year-old object needs some things.
okay. Well, I'm glad you're still happy with it. And I guess you have one at home, right? So this is your first one. Yes?
That was the first one, and there is another one which I have not yet revealed to the world.
Well, you're going to give me a full tour on your
Yeah.
channel as far as, shopping for things, since I do have a little bit of money burn a hole in my pocket. But
Yes.
I think the responsible thing, because it was to simplify my life and, supercars on YouTube, there's plenty of people doing it.
Yeah,
but
it's
honestly, I mean, I think an F40 would be a really smart thing for the channel, honestly. I think...
You'll find no argument from me.
You do buy here, pay here, right? Yeah?
Oh,
Okay.
totally. Wait, look, I'm gonna go get my checker jacket upstairs.
Excellent. So I think a test drive is in order, and it makes sure you tend to buy kind of edgy stuff, I guess. So we got to make sure. Not really.
This one I can.
I'm sorry.
This one I can assure you is completely devoid of leaks and in absolutely magnificent condition.
And you are going to sort this thing out
Yes,
before you
this-
retail it
this-
and all that stuff. Yes.
This will become like this.
Okay. Well, let's move that purple hunk of junk out of the way, right? Feel worse, honestly, about this one, because I just know it's going to be harder for me to replace as far as the spec and all that stuff. And I put so many miles on this car. It's so many fun things with it. So the Veyron, there'll be other Veyrons if I want to spend a lot of money. But going through, and it takes a lot to get a 599 up, as far as you. So
Very, very difficult.
I've done it. I've gotten my butt kicked on it. I've sold it for a loss to you, and the next person's going to really enjoy
Really
this
be the
thing.
beneficiary.
Yeah, exactly.
And it
Yep.
is- I will say that. So I've owned and driven original stick shift 599 GTBs. I've never actually driven a converted car before. Mm-hmm. It is pleasantly and surprisingly, spicy. I mean, it is.
Yeah, with
it
the
is
tune.
fast.
Well, I'm happy to back this one out of the way for you, so
Cool.
we can. Yummy.
Have it this.
Yes, very-
this delightful thing.
Very serious purchase here. Very seriously interested in.
Awesome.
Yeah, mhm.
Awesome. Let's do it.
I'm liquid.
Let's do it.
Lordy, lordy. My goodness. Isn't that a thing? 33,000 kilometers on this one, so she's been driven a bit.
A little bit, but most importantly, yeah, that old school, little tough when it's cold, but
Just got to be deliberate here. You all right?
yeah, I'm good. Being the fat guy struggling with his seatbelts.
Man.
It's okay. I'm a fat guy when I'm not
you're
struggling with my seatbelts.
It's just anybody compared to me looks big because I'm just a pipe cleaner with a giant head. But
No, it's okay. I'm a fat guy.
It's a heavy clutch, but it's not. I mean, like a Countach.
Right here.
It's probably about the same.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I'd say
A little shorter throw, probably.
Yeah.
But this transmission is. Oh, that is old school mechanic. Oh man. Okay.
Butter.
Oh, I was looking for the Ferrari horn. It's the older horn. Okay.
Yeah, it's a normal horn.
Oh, I'm driving an F40. Whoa. I mean, I'm driving in the city and stop and go a little bit, but I'm driving an F40.
F40.
Yeah, no, this is not how a serious F40 buyer would act. Okay.
Pick you out.
I mean, compared to the 12 that I've driven this week, you know, this one somewhere in the middle. I mean, it just depends on price, I suppose.
That's not with your foot on the clutch, right?
My foot is not on the clutch at all.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
Oh,
to get
fuel
gas.
pumps are getting are singing when we take a turn.
That's why the second I heard that noise, I'm like, we're going to the gas. Like I normally would have sent us out. I'm like, nope, gas station time.
That's what that is. If I drove an F40 and it broke down, it would be very, very on brand for sure.
So there's a gas station up here on the left. It's pretty relatively easy to get in and out of. You want to do a little angling, but you should be fine.
Okay. So what kind of fuel economy does this thing get?
It's thirsty. It's thirsty. It's a thirsty girl.
I gotta be honest, just because of that, I'm probably not a buyer. I'm wanting something, you know, maybe a
more
bit
economical,
a bit more fuel efficient.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, I can't blame you.
Yeah, I mean,
something without 2 turbos.
Yeah,
not a V8.
You got anything else?
All right,
Here it is.
here we are, the Horde GT, Horde no more.
It's crazy that something this new would be a barn find, you know, just covered up with junk all over it in a garage. And
Oh my gosh.
mold on the inside.
I really hope that I didn't take years off of my life.
Breathing in whatever that was.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, Ed and I suited up for the occasion.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see. A sniffer test here.
Does it smell like mold, Tyler?
No.
We got it?
You got it. Yeah.
Yes.
But it is a very low mileage car, so that's, I mean, it was preserved very badly, but it all came, I mean, it's a Ford GT, so it all comes back, right?
It came back, and it's funny, so since the car was dug out, I'd say...
Watch the doors.
Yeah, oh, those doors will get you. Put now over 1,000 miles on the car, completely problem-free, which is really a testament to how mechanically hardy these cars are. And it's really funny. I mean, the YouTube comments absolutely eviscerated me for turning over and running the car.
Oh, it's a Ford 5.4 liter. Come on, like...
Which, to be honest, I was going to say, like, I already knew, and everyone's saying, oh my gosh, you know, you now need to do the whole fuel system. There was 10-year-old fuel in it. I needed to do it anyway. I just wanted to make sure that I had a motor that had compression and ran.
Yes, that it wasn't parked for nefarious reasons.
Exactly, yeah. It could have been parked because it had a hole in the motor.
Yes.
And it doesn't. It runs like a scalded cat. You know, I think this could be an interesting addition to the hoopty fleet. I mean, what do you think of the Ford GT?
It's
do you like it?
It's one of my favorite cars I've ever driven, for sure.
Really?
The noise, I mean, can we?
I think we should.
Okay.
We should, for scientific reasons.
Yes. It's been many years since I've been behind the wheel of one of these, but I was in love.
Hard not to love.
Yeah.
Just one of those does everything well kind of cars.
Right.
Less pressure than the Veyron. Less pressure than an F40. The only thing that is still under pressure is that 5.4 liter V8 with the big old supercharger on top of it.
Well, and the good and bad thing is it just works. So it's good for someone who actually wants to own it, but then for YouTubers and like things breaking and stuff like that, it's not a car that does that, you know?
Yeah.
It would have been more fun if you left the mold in it for me or something. Then this might have worked, you know?
Oh man, you know, I Tyler, this is. I'm a car dealer with heart. We're gonna go left there. Okay. You know, I generally try not to kill my my clients. You know, keeping them of sound mind and body is a good idea.
Oh, yep. It's been over 5 years, but this is still... Yeah. So basically, the way this would work is I could take all the equity that I have in my Veyron and own this and have no payment at all and just have something that I've always wanted. It makes a lot of sense.
It's a good, sensible thing. Sensible isn't always the most fun.
Right.
Actually, I'd say sensible is rarely the most fun. But if you're going to be sensible, this is pretty...
I cannot believe, yeah, this has come out of a hoarder's barn, and now it's this. Only 4,000 miles too, so
Yeah.
you've gotten all the ugly out of it, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, we drove, you know, again, it's got over 1,000 miles on it since...
Well, that's the bad part about documenting all of it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is now everybody knows, right? I'm doing this as an opener for negotiations, but honestly, I don't think this is the move right now.
You know, Tyler, as I said, you know, the most sensible thing is rarely the most fun, and it is rarely the most rewarding. And to that end, there's something that I've been working on for quite some time that I think is the ultimate for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave you with that suspense because it is something that I'd rather not tell you about. It's something I'd much prefer to show you.
Oh, okay. I suppose
I'm a seeing is believing kind of guy.
This is how I end up getting locked in a basement and forced to make YouTube videos like in a misery situation. I feel like this is what we're going into the boonies of Connecticut here.
Oh man!
And this may be the last time you ever see me. So, anyway, Matt, thank you so much for buying the Bugatti and hopefully not, you know,
don't worry,
breaking my legs with a hammer later.
no buffalo billing around these parts.
Thank you so much for watching.